And always get excited for Jess Tom, everybody. Give it up for her.
Hi, everybody. Hello. Pass it to a nation. Was that shade? Hello. So my name is Jess Tom, but I know you're all thinking, who let Gay Mulan on the mic? I know. It's true. So I have some exciting news. As of about a week ago, I have lived in New York for 1 whole year. Finally. Thank God. And you know, I'm from the West Coast, so when I was first starting to talk about coming out to New York in like 2012, my friends were like, Jess, you are such a hipster. You need to check out Williamsburg. You are gonna love Williamsburg. There are so many hipsters there. And I had never been to the East Coast, save for an 8th grade trip to DC, so naturally I thought they were talking about colonial Williamsburg. And I was like, well, you know, that makes sense. You know, the colonists were the original hipsters, moving into the neighborhood where nobody wants them, wearing funny hats, drinking tea, going to all the native people and being like, so, I follow this really cool religion, but you probably never heard of it. And you know, come to think of it, the colonists coming all the way from Europe to North America to pursue religious freedom and then forcing all the Native Americans to convert is totally ironic. You know, growing up in San Francisco was a totally different animal. Like, I used to sell Girl Scout cookies on the Castro, that sort of thing. So when I first came out here, I kind of freaked out. You know, it's a very different city. It's a lot tougher than San Francisco. I called my mom and I was like, Mom, I don't know what it's going to be like for me being an adult in this big city. She was like, Jess, calm down. You have survival skills. You were a Girl Scout. And I was like, I don't know, Mom. The only thing I learned in the Girl Scouts is what a glory hole is. So I work at a sex shop now. This is true. I work in an upscale, gender-inclusive, sex-positive sex shop on the Upper East Side. It's very weird, you know, bringing sexy back to the Upper East Side, where Carrie Bradshaw left it to die in 2007. You know, the people in that area tend to think that they don't need the things that we sell because they already have sticks up their asses. I consider myself to be an Apple genius of sex toys. You know, put that on your LinkedIn. You know, people will call me and be like, something's wrong with my vibrator, it's making a weird noise. And I'm like, yeah, just bring it in, we'll troubleshoot it. I like pull on my latex gloves. You know, we don't take returns, naturally. The other day, I had a guy come back with a sex toy that I had sold him. And he was like, I want to return this. It doesn't work. And I was like, oh, well, I can try and figure out what's wrong with it. He goes, no. It doesn't work for me. And I was like, oh, I see. Sir, I'm sorry. You can't return the toys just because they didn't make you come. If you could, most of the women who come in here for vibrators would just return their boyfriends. It's awkward. It's very awkward. You know, I've found that most people think that working at a sex shop I must be like sexy or interesting. That's not true. It's definitely not. I've actually found that working at the sex shop has negatively impacted my sex life. So I get a lot of free things from the companies. They give us free samples of their new toys because they want us to really, you know, sell things from the heart. So I'll be hooking up with somebody and we're using a vibrator that I have and I'm like, yeah, baby, like, do you like that? Does that feel good? And she's like, yeah, I like that. That feels so good. And I'm like, that's because it has 5 speeds and 7 different vibration patterns. And you can use it underwater. She's like, baby, we're not underwater. I'm like, but we could be. We could be. My name is Jess Tom. That's my time. Have a good one.
Jess Tom, everybody. Give it up for her.